Robyn and I are about to go to Sedona. We're gonna do one-on-ones there. So are you excited about this?
No, not at all. I'd rather have a root canal.
Really?
Are you feeling nervous about what they're gonna ask you?
No, Suki's really great. She's hard. She asks hard questions, but I forget I'm just not like chatting in my front room with somebody, so I have to still think about my answers, you know.
I wish we didn't have to do these. I don't like them.
You know, people are gonna say what they're gonna say, and you just kind of roll with it.
This is Sister Wives One-on-One. Hey, Kody. Welcome to Sedona.
Well, it's almost home. How are you?
Good, I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Excellent.
How are you?
I'm well.
It's been very apparent, your frustrations, your anger, your disappointment. But what we've never heard is that the fact that, you know, you and Robyn really did have that deep love. And I think that was really rooted in some of the accountability that you did not.
You cannot ever blame the fact that Robyn and I had a deep love on the way that these other relationships went.
Were you in love with Kody when you got married to him?
I was, yeah.
Did you think Kody was in love with you?
He was, yeah.
He would say things in front of me all the time. In fact, he told me that when we were courting, he actually let me know quite often that he loved his wives. I think it was like a test, he said. And I was like, all it did was,
It reaffirmed?
It was an aphrodisiac. I was like, you love your wives, great.
You're a polygamist, so it's kind of like they're also
so I wasn't supposed to fall in love?
I don't know. I think I think the tenet was to love everybody equally.
Try that. I'll tell you what, there's a divine aspect about my relationship with Robyn, and we have been bitch slapped for it.
But
I'm sick of it.
I know, but it
I
feels
like walking around with, like, I love this woman and I want peace in this relationship.
Right.
But I'm to the point where I'm walking around flipping two birds because I am so sick and tired
but let's get
of
back.
being guilted for loving Robyn.
Yes, but you kind of contradicted yourself because
How?
you just
How did
kind
I
of said, because you said that you couldn't love a person the same way.
Are we supposed to go, okay, I was in
Right?
sales all my life. There was always a better salesman.
And Christine
Am I
also
supposed to
said
go
you can't-
murder the better salesman because I'm so jealous that he's getting all the deals?
But Christine,
Let's
really,
get real. This is bull that just pisses me off, Suki.
help me understand that.
Let's just put it this way. Robyn was good at communicating with me, at loving me,
And negotiating with you.
yes, and respecting herself, okay? If another wife wasn't in that space, they still had the opportunity to do it. Each of these relationships had its own opportunity for success and failure based upon the two people who were married.
I didn't realize, such a weird and embarrassing thing to admit, but my life was just wrapped up in what Kody needed and what he wanted and what the family needed and wanted. I was probably more fixated on that man than
Okay.
so much.
This was about independent relationships. Everybody wants to make me accountable. Can they? Listen, I'm trying to be accountable. Make everybody else accountable.
I think everybody else is being accountable.
I've seen this.
No, I think everybody else is being
I've been watching this for
accountable.
years.
I think everybody else is being accountable. They were accountable when they said, you know what, I can't do this anymore and I have to leave. He said he tried to lift everybody up to the level. So
Wait, the level of Robyn, is that what he's saying?
yeah, the level of communication, the level of
No, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, that's 100% a lie. I felt like he wasn't interested in developing more of a deeper, richer, whatever relationship with me, because I felt from the second that Robyn came into the family, his focus was on her.
But Kody did share with me that when Robyn came into the family and he was experiencing this divine love, this special love, that he wanted to raise every wife up to that level and share the same experience that he had with Robyn.
Would have been nice if he communicated that back then.
So you never experienced him trying to
No.
raise you up.
No, he never talked about that with me.
I don't think that that's fair for him to even say that.
Why?
Oh, because we're all supposed to be Robyn?
I feel like this season you finally made that decision to separate it. I want us to watch the clip because there was a certain word that was used that he wasn't very happy about when it came to getting that spiritual release.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's talk about it afterwards.
I got a phone call from the church leader who said, we've given Meri a release.
They did say that it was on the grounds of abandonment.
But what do you think about Meri getting the spiritual
awesome.
release?
That's awesome. She felt she needed to. That is incredible. Good for her. I'm glad she did it. I think it's awesome it was on abandonment because that was the truth. She was abandoned. We were all abandoned.
You know, the terms is of abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel Kody abandoned Meri?
You know, I'm just not gonna hit that right now, just because there is differing opinions about what happened back then.
Mm-hmm.
And out of respect for both of them, I'm just gonna, you know, so.
I'm not talking about it anymore. We'll never agree on why we broke up, ever. She told the leaders of my church that she had been abandoned. Fine, I don't care. I was regular at everybody's house until Meri, the catfishing thing, and then I was regular at the other 3 houses. Regular, all the time.
Did the catfishing thing stop you from going over Meri's house? Was that the
Meri
catalyst?
kicked me out. That was the catalyst. I was in my bed listening to her giggle on the phone upstairs all night long. I was like, she's not in our bed. And like, listen, there comes a dysfunction
Okay.
in your communication when there's so much animosity you can't even talk to each other. She asked me to leave. I was kicked to the curb. It appeared to be something that she claims it wasn't. It was me who had already felt like there had been a betrayal, and I was wondering if we had a future.
Mm-hmm.
Meri, the spot Meri should be frustrated is the length of time it took me to tell her finally that it was never going to happen.
I had a commitment to marriage. When I married Kody, I didn't plan on getting divorced. There was a time that I was in a very, very dark place, and I needed to get through that. And then I saw a time when I perceived him to be in a very, very dark place, you know, like after Flagstaff, you know. To me, marriage is like you stick through it and you make it work. I didn't realize until, you know, this past year and seeing some of the things that he's saying, that he wasn't interested in doing that. And I think that was, and I don't want to put blame on him, but in this situation, I'm comfortable putting the blame on him.
It seems like the two of you were missing each other.
Janelle
And you
and I-
were kind of, yeah, and you were
We
ki-
weren't on the same page.
No, you were not. And these clips kind of prove it. Let's take a look at them and revisit them, and then we'll talk about that.
What about you and me?
I don't think we even exist in the same universe anymore.
In some regards, especially coming from the culture that we come from, he's a failure to have lost all his marriages.
She likes to throw around words like ego, failure. And it's a shared failure.
Do you think Kody is a failure in not making those marriages work?
I feel like we're all failures. It takes 2 to make a relationship, and it takes 2 to break a relationship. See, that's just, I feel like, another button to push. And I'm just like, hey, why? That doesn't need to be said. And, you know, things that he's saying, I'm like, that doesn't need to be said. You know, I'm like, just, guys, can you just stop? Like, this is so destructive. And it's just very toxic.
He's not distraught about this relationship. And I'm definitely not wearing a victim card just because I want my feelings and boundaries and emotions respected. I don't think that's being a victim. I don't know if that's how I really do wonder if is his ego. Like, he either is running interference so hard for Robyn and trying to take the fall so that Robyn doesn't get any blame, because I think they're both culpable for their actions. But he is a failure as far as what's expected of a man who enters into plural marriage.